Hello, everyone, and welcome to another all-black episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I shall be discussing the Double Cross, Season 2, Episode 4. The ratchetness continues. What are we doing? Apparently, Robin Cross, since she don't get no last name love, Robin Cross, who's still fighting with Imani for the head of the sex trafficking slash hoe slash Hogwarts corporation. A lot of things going on with that.
This game, is it the Desires?
It should be called The Desire. It should be right. It should be called Love and Obedience. But let's talk about the seductions. Let's talk about the seduction of Erica and her sister Robin. Okay. As you know, poor Robin was kidnapped at 7, turned in sex trafficked, turned into a prostitute, we believe, maybe some type of assassin at some point, brainwashed, and now she is the 2 leaders of this overall school of sex trafficking, recruiting, and killing team. So apparently Robin has decided to go talk to Brian, Nurse Brian, who's the only man a part of this harem of brainwashed women. And that on her way, she runs into Detective Ryan, who is easily seduced by the simple question of, do I look like somebody you would fuck? And he's like, yes, you do. And she's like, well, let's go fuck. And he's like, cool. All right. Well, since you asked.
Since you're offering.
What the fuck are we? What are we doing right now? This is what she spent years of brainwashing, sex trafficking, being isolated to do, to ask a man, am I fuckable? Like,
no, I just think that's just women in general.
That's what I'm saying. That should become innate. You should be born
try that
with
shit.
Basic ability.
Next time I leave the house, I'm just gonna walk into a random dude. Dude, I look like somebody you would fuck. Why? Yes, you do.
Oh, wait.
Get in my car.
To put it into context, I'm sorry. This started off with, do you like your woman to be obedient? Perhaps to be loved and obedient? He's like, well, it's funny you should bring that up. Yes, it would be nice because my wife is mouthy, which, I mean, he didn't say that, but apparently that's how I started off. She's like, obedience? I realized that men like women who are obedient and loving and obedient. And he's like, he don't see this as any type of red flags right here? That he should walk away from this shit? Because apparently last episode, his wife chastised him for being a shitty detective, which I don't remember.
I don't either, but she's correct. You're screwing your suspect and you don't even know it.
In fact, super shitty detective right here don't remember that this is the woman that led the high-heeled, tight leather-wearing assassins who killed his partner, Candace, and wounded him and almost killed Detective Lopez, Officer Lopez, all that night. It was this woman that you just gave the dick to. And this is why you are a lousy detective. You absolutely are.
I was waiting for her to kill him. I thought this was going to turn into a Lovecraft Country where she orgasms and splits him in half.
So where's this going? Like, this seemed to be the highlight of this episode. So I'm like, is this some long-term con? Does she know that she's fucking the detective that's looking into her brother and sister?
Yes. Because remember the first thing she asked him was about the twins. Like the twins were the suspect, and he's like, they're no longer suspects. So she was like, oh, okay.
So I gotta fuck
him.
So
I don't know where her game is. Is she trying to distract him from finding that she's the suspect?
I don't think his dick is even. I'm sorry, his head is even that going that direction. But apparently, like Detective Brian, you saw Nurse Brian walking out, and he's like, he's like, oh, there's something going on here. No, okay.
She waved him off.
I'm not gonna look in this anymore. So anyway, you were saying, Miss, you know those body doubles, right? Like when they're having their sex scene, that wasn't them. That was not them.
Why would you hire body doubles?
But you notice you never saw their face. It was always red lights and shadows and that bullshit. That wasn't them, right? I'm like,
because I was wondering why she didn't notice he had tattoos, and you've been fucking him for the past hour.
That's how shitty this writing is. They weren't even like, you realize that they were fucking, that they should have noticed that, right? I mean, no, because they were actually there. Like, she showed up in the next scene with him as they're getting dressed, and she's like, oh, wow, you actually got tattoos? I bet you that wasn't even in the script. Like, she just said that. Like, she was like, oh, wow, I see the actor with his shirt off. Like, you really got tattoos. They're like, just keep filming. We don't got a lot of film. Let's just make this part of the script. Yeah, you should notice that super, hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't your first time sleeping with a strange man. You should pay attention to some shit, like, especially when he's a detective who's looking into your twins who you're supposedly trying to kill, and then you tell him, I'm mad at my brother and my sister.
I'm surprised she didn't say my twin brother and
sister.
Right.
Because none of those.
Because she said my brother has a lot of tattoos or whatever.
Super detective don't put none of this shit together, huh? That she's at the hospital where Erica Cross works.
And Eric was there too at the time. He didn't see Eric. Super detective. His wife is right. He's a shitty detective.
You are a shitty detective, sir. This episode proved it over and over and over again. You need to retire. Apparently, that's what you need to do. Go back.
Put the arm sling back on and go lay down somewhere.
Go back to New York and make some more heat, because that's what you're good at. Get back to drug dealing, because this detective shit ain't for you. Okay. Yeah, I was highly disappointed, and again, we don't even know where this is going. And again, for Robin to be, you would think some kind of seductress, like trying to keep secrets on the inside. She's just telling anybody who would listen. She's like, I'm mad at my brother and sister because they left me when I was a child. How much more clues? Maybe she just realizes she's dealing with a shitty detective, and she can just tell him the whole thing, and he won't figure it out.
I guess after she nuts, she turns into a 5-year-old too. That's when I was a kid, right?
That actually does go together. She turns back into the 7-year-old, which is not, I'm sorry, that's still not a good analogy since we're talking about sex. Anyway. But it just I don't know what's going on with this. Like, I was not pleased with this situation.
The way she tried to be offended when he kind of insinuated that she was a working woman. She's like, no, I work with children. You teach these children, ma'am,
love and
obedience.
And how to walk up to a man confidently and say, do I look like somebody you will fuck? Absolutely. Thank you. You want to get in this car? Yes, I do, detective, because he has no clue what cars he's getting into. He does no background checks whatsoever. He's just like, I got a gun and a penis, and one of them is getting used today. That should have been his line.
Oh, and notice he goes home and picks a fight so he would not have to have sex with his wife. Because he was like, why you got candles out here? Oh, the kids are gone? Oh, hell, let me pick a fight because I'm tired.
I gotta go sleep.
I'm going to bed. It's only 8 o'clock. I'm tired.
I'm tired, shit. I'm tired of your shit. You tired me out. Let's go take a shower. I'm dirty from all this bad detective work I've been doing all day. He don't go back to the police station and take a shower. I'm sure I know there's showers there because officers have changed. Like, you should have did that. You had to know you were about to come home to your wife, right? I mean, you do know where she lives. Like, that's a good point. I know he was trying to pick a fight. I didn't think about the fact that she was like, no, I set up the scene so we can have some makeup sex. He's like, no, I already shot my loads today. Sorry, the range is empty. And thank you. Oh man, it was bad. It was very bad. But let's look at her sister, Erica. Erica laying in bed with Megatron, who's trying to be like, hey baby, we could be like this together. I'm calling that motherfucker Megatron from now on. Centron is dumb as shit, and he will now be Megatron Morris. That's his name from now on. She easily seduced this dude. It was like, just get back in bed. He's like, okay. She's like, you don't know everything about me. You mean besides the fact I helped you get out of murder? Yes. Like, yes,
she also don't know I actually did it.
Huh?
Yeah, but he don't know she actually did it.
But she also talking too much. She's talking too much. Now, Eric, the whole Cross family has a problem running their mouths to people that they fucking. Like, that's what this is about. Because Eric showed his lawyer girlfriend, Michelle, his killing room. And been like,
in his defense, he is a criminal. And we talked about on Power how they just never had a lawyer just in the weights, just in case. So he decided, okay, well, I'm gonna get this girl who's a lawyer. I'm gonna give her pluralist information. She can't testify against me, so I can show her the Batcave.
Okay, all right, all right. I guess so. Okay, so he puts thought into it. All right, but they're still running their mouth. And then he ran his mouth to his ex-girlfriend who came over for some sugar and got the penis. And then where Erica's like, what happened to Michelle? Saying they ain't have to all these girls. I give them the love, but I can't give them my heart. And why doesn't he have a heart? Because he lost his sister Robin, right? The one that he like they just totally forgot about, trying to kill them, right? Now it's like he got Robin back. He's like, I gotta go and save Robin. And who is Michelle to be like, your sister's gone, she can't be saved? Bitch, you don't know my sister. Have you talked to her? No. I mean,
she knew her
at 7. I mean, she hasn't seen the sex traffic.
20 years of Hogwarts school would just ruin anybody.
But she don't know any of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, if she had at least one encounter where like Robin tried to choke her out or something, and she's like, look, she can't be saved. Like, that's one thing. But she talking a lot of shit about a woman she don't know. And I'm like, I'll be like, hey, stay in your place. You don't talk about my family. Yes, she kidnapped us. Yes, she killed cops. Yes, she tried to kill both of us. But that doesn't matter. She's family. We're gonna work this thing out. See where this goes. She ain't joining the cross team. This ain't gonna be triple cross. Like, eventually she will just ride off into the sunset. I think that's where they're heading with this. They can't kill her. Huh?
No, I don't think they'll kill her.
Because they would have did it by now.
A side note. Eric likes him.
You froze. What?
I just noticed Michelle was Eric likes him thick.
Yes. Yes.
Curvy women.
Yes, he likes curvy women. He's a big man though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he needs something he can hold on
but
to.
You think all this working out, you want somebody a little bit more toned, but he like, I like meat.
That's very true. That's very true. This is not an accident. This is the second woman that got some thickness on her. Not like Lizzo thick, but like.
And even Imani was thick too. So.
Yeah. Yes. That's three. Well, everybody wants his dick, so that's not. I mean, you can't recount. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he ain't got no skinny chicks. I mean.
Now, Nurse, what's her name? She wanted the penis too. Nurse Rachel.
See, he was running from her
because she was too skinny.
No, she talking about I do yoga and I do this and I do that. I'm like, don't you got a husband?
I mean, I was like, can you take your panties off the table, please? I'm just trying to figure out where my sister's at. I ain't trying to go through all this. Not now, baby. She's like, are you sure? Because you can have sex with me while you wait for your sister. No. Did she hit on Centron too, though?
I'm pretty sure she did. Yes.
I want to say she's just thirsty, as they say. They still say that. I'll say that. She's still thirsty. I didn't see her husband. I didn't see why she is out there trying to get somebody to give it to. It's not a good look. Not a good look. The arm sling is gone though. How about that? I mean, now that Detective Ryan is out there, you know, trying to fight crime, he took the arm sling off. And then he had to add some bullshit story why he's not wearing his wedding ring.
Like he undercover.
Yeah, true. I don't get that either. Also, another thing, back to this whole you could be a prostitute. Just because a woman says, do you want to fuck, don't make her a prostitute. If she says, do you want to fuck for $500, that makes her a prostitute. Like,
that would be a little bit, that would be called what, solicitation or something?
Yeah. So that's why she said, how would I look soliciting a cop? Like, yes, but she never asked for money. Money was never discussed. Like, she just asked a simple question. Yeah. Am I fuckable? And he was like, yes.
Yeah, but if I were a dude and some random chick, especially if she looked like anything, come and be like, hey, you want to fuck? I'd be like, what's the catch?
That would have been a different question. And he would have been like, you trying to catch up? Because nobody just gives it up, right? You got to work for it. It's like, no, I ain't got a lot of time. What do you want to do? I've been sitting here in this handicap spot waiting for some man to try to challenge me. And I was just going to fuck whatever man came up to me and told me to move my car. Let's even think about any of this. Like, so Detective Ryan was supposedly trying to go up there to see Officer Lopez. Supposedly that's why he went up there in the first place. Robin was up there trying to go see what was going on with his sister, with her sister, with Erica, and that never happened. So somehow this random meeting of boning somehow like derailed both of them on their original mission, which they never went back to.
They were too horny.
And then we got body doubles. I don't know why the body double thing irritated me. I'm like, come on, man. Now we saw Detective Ryan on Family Business doing the business. I mean, we saw that quite a few times. So I'm not sure why the body doubles were necessary. And if Robin, the actress, is playing, a professional hoe, I'm not sure why she couldn't show her draws. I didn't get that. I don't know. Anyway, maybe it could cost too much. Maybe she was like, she didn't want to charge more money to show her body. I don't know. This ain't Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry wouldn't get booked. Tyler Perry would be like, hey, show it or get off stage. There you go. All right. Well, that's it. Nurse Brian. We got to see what's kind of Nurse Brian. Oh, Nurse. I'm sorry. So Eric kidnaps Nurse Brian at the end of the episode. Do you think Nurse Brian might end up in the dungeon?
Yes. And then whip out the saws.
You try to scare him with the saw. He's like, once you see the saw don't go back in. Like you pull it out, somebody's getting chopped up. I'm seriously.
Oh wait, the tourniquet. Like what? When the lady came in an emergency, help! We need a doctor. There's no doctors. Oh man, I can help you. I was like,
oh,
what? I'm surprised he didn't whip out a needle and like a lighter.
Right.
It just, I'll stitch her up, no charge.
She good.
I've been doing this since I was 10.
Absolutely, you're right. You're right. I was like, this is what we doing, man. It's like I got my own yard. It's like you're right. I thought he was going. Yeah, that's right. Take out a shoestring and be like, I got this. Oh man. It's like, let me give me your pen. What do you do with the pen? I'm making a tourniquet. I'm gonna inject her with some blood. Give me your arm. I'm gonna give her a blood transfusion because she's losing blood, right?
That happened on some show.
They used the pen to give her a blood transfusion?
It was something like that.
It's the classic, they can't breathe, so they cut up their throat and stick that tube in. Any one of those but like, yeah, you're totally right. Like this whole, they never miss an opportunity to show how Eric is a ghetto surgeon, ready to go at any moment.
Sean is like, wow, you're really smart.
Well, when you're chopping up sex traffickers for the last 15 years, you learn a few things about anatomy.
In hard revision, you learn some things.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you learn how to keep a person alive when you cut off their body parts. Main arteries you can't cut or can. Well, I'm an artist. Where is he getting all this medical equipment from? Damn it! I thought it was
Alibaba.
Huh?
Alibaba.
Perhaps. I thought Erica. I thought it was a family business. Get it? But it's. And I thought, they don't got a lot of episodes, right? So they need to get into this. I thought this was going to be like a family, like a duo Dexter thing. Like they're actually going to start picking out sex traffickers, the one they're not related to or didn't have sex with, and they're going to be like killing them.
Yeah, when they brought the lady in, I was like, wait, maybe she's a sex trafficking victim, but she was too old.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a customer for everybody.
I'm just saying, her husband. Maybe the husband wasn't really the husband.
I thought the same thing. I thought he was gonna be like, oh, there's my next victim. Let me get him, like save her, fix her up medically, because that's what I do. Then I snatch that man up, put a bag over his head, take him outside and take him to the dungeon, then chop him up and burn him. Like they need to get to that rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's where they're going with this show. They need to get to the rhythm where at least every other episode they're killing somebody, chopping them up, sticking them in the furnace. So we can get that intro where she's wearing the black jacket for no reason. Like she's going dark and she's like, dun, 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 and I'm like,
yeah, what are the face masks?
Yeah, I know.
What are the capers?
We need the face mask. I mean, it was stupid, but I'm saying that's what you're gonna do. You need to commit. So you need to tell me like this is how we dress up when we go out there and we get on the mission. And then one day they're gonna hand a face mask over to Robin, and they're all gonna be like the super traffickers. That's what they're gonna go get. Like, yeah, I sex traffic, yes, but these guys are worse.
Love and in obedience bomber jackets.
It's gonna be written across it. She has a tattooed on her back. That's what it is. Like, so they all got tattoos. Even Erica got one right here. some kind of cipher or something.
So Nurse Brian busts out the whole love and obedience quote. And then she's like, you know Robin? Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. He's always scurrying off. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's always that dude's like, oh, somebody looking for me. I was like, what is going on here, bro? Like, what are you trying to get these people to tie you up? Like, why would you even say that? And why would you be like, yes, it's funny you should bring that up. Robin, the leader of the sex trafficking organization, recruited me to actually come after you. Thank you for noticing the detail I just threw at you for no reason. Well, that was unnecessary. I'm hoping Brian is smarter than this. This is actually part of some big old elaborate scheme, but I doubt it. Anyway, we gotta get to killing people, man. We gotta speed this up. And for some, I know Erica has her own eyebrows, but I'm like, they're very big. Like I noticed that. I'm happy she has her own. They're not necessarily painted on, but they're very like pronounced. Like I was like, big as fuck. For some reason that stuck in my head. I don't know why.
Her almost tripped when she was leaving the administrator's office.
No, she almost tripped.
It was like she was walking, like she bumped into something or something. I was like, so y'all not gonna reshoot this shit? Nope.
Cost too much money, man. We gotta keep this shit moving. Only major mistakes.
And then her hair on the side was straight, and then the next scene it was like curly.
Wow, that's serious attention to detail. I did not notice that. I'm too focused on the moving bruises. Which somebody put in the comments. House Divided. They're like, yes, it did move. I thought that shit was just me though. That bruise moved. That was some stupid shit. All right, anyway, okay. Anything else for this? We'll move on to House Divided.
I haven't even watched it yet.
Oh yeah, we get that. All right. For life. Oh,
okay.
All right, guys. If you still watching this video, thank you very much. We appreciate it. As you see, eventually we started getting off on tangents. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the family. You can comment on the video. You can share the video. Let us know what you think. Why you watch Double Cross? Why you watch us talking about Double Cross? What do you think how the show is going to end? Is anyone going to die off in these characters? Is Lopez actually going to come back? Is she going to be useful? Is she going to seek revenge for Candace? I truly doubt it. I think she's just a name that they're throwing in a dialogue. How's this triple family thing going to work out? We don't know. But either way, we'll see you next week. And thank you. Help us get to 600 subscribers. That's our next goal. We greatly appreciate it. Actually, 1,000. That's what we're trying to get to. Let's go for the big goal. We're actually going for 1,000 subscribers. We greatly appreciate your efforts towards this. And we will do a giveaway. Not that anybody participates except for Stacy over here. But anyway, so we get to actually 1,000. We're going to do a giveaway. Hopefully, actually, other people take part in this. But anyway, as always, as Jerry Springer says, take care of yourself and each other, and we'll see you again. Look at Stacey's face. Like I take that too far.